Hello everyone, how are you doing today? I am great. So starting out today, I wanted to ask you a simple question. Could you go out and buy a house tomorrow? Or even a car? If you're looking for a car, can you go out and buy that car tomorrow? If you're answering yes, are you saying you have a perfect credit score? I might not believe you if you tell me yes. Pretty much, I know most of us are college students just graduating high school. A lot of us might not be. So, a lot of us are starting out and we will not have a lot of credit. I can tell you that right now. I tried. I really did. Or we might have a credit score that we might have to repair, that's okay too. It's easy to do as long as you stick to the process. So, starting out, hi, my name is Christy Weber. I am here to talk to you about how to either build your credit score or repair your credit score. So, starting out, does everyone know what a credit score is? Maybe? I know whenever I first thought about it, I didn't know what it was. But I was reading an article called The Anatomy of the Credit Score, and they had a great definition for it. What it is a number that represents an assessment of the creditworthiness of a person, or the likelihood that that person will repay his or her debts. Credit scores are generated based on the statistical analysis of a person's credit report. So after listening to it, it might be a little bit more complex than what it really is. So basically what a credit score is a number that tells creditors whether you are reliable to pay back your debt or if you're not reliable, if you're not trustworthy. And that will be the deciding factor in a lot of cases, like if you want to go for a loan for a house, if you want to go buy a car, even credit cards. I know I've been rejected before. So without that credit score, it's going to be a long road trying to better yourself in the future. So after saying all that, I don't want that to scare you though. There are so many ways that you can build your credit score. First off, I want to start with basically, you want to start off responsibly. So whenever I say that, I mean don't miss payments. If you do have payments, whether it's rent, an electric bill, car payment, don't miss them. Because that is the first thing that is going to take a toll on your credit score. And secondly, you don't want to overspend. The more you are in debt, the more your score will go down. There's like an average 30%. So say if you have 10 grand that you were allotted to take, I would only take 3 grand of that and use it, like whether it's credit cards or anything. And that's kind of like the golden number, right around there. So for those of you who are not students, you can go out to build your credit. You can go out and get a normal credit card or even a store card, like I have one for JCPenney's I use. And that's a good way to start building credit, making payments on it, or even just paying it off. That way you don't pay interest on your debt. And I personally, whenever I started college, I went to my bank and got a student credit card, which is pretty much based on building credit for the student. So, after talking about that, those are great ways to build your credit. It's easier to damage your credit report than it is to build it. So, like I said, if you are starting off responsibly, you're off to a good start. Just keep working at it. Another thing you need to know is know your worth. If you are 20 years old, it's not a good choice to go out and buy a new car, buy a new house, max out your credit cards and buying new furniture. That is setting yourself up for failure. And that's going to be a lot more than your 30% of allotted money that you can use, and you will struggle trying to pay those payments, and that will bring your score so low, so you won't be able to do things later on. Like if you need a new car, if you're to break down, you won't be able to buy a new one. So definitely know your worth and don't spend more than what you are worth. That is a rule I've gone by. It was beaten into my head by my dad, so it's a rule that I've always gone by. So after talking about credit scores, I have one last question for you. Did you take something away from that? If you didn't, I hope you take this. Always monitor your credit score. I personally use Credit Karma. I'm not telling you to use Credit Karma. I find it easy to use. It's a nice little app. You can even go online, monitor your credit score, and if you are making a plan, stay smart. I know, I'm really into this. Stay smart, start responsibly, and know your worth. Those are the 3 main rules that will help you to either build or repair your credit report. So, I hope you learned something today. Thank you.